Bayern Munich have no intention of signing Nicolas Jackson even after his loan spell at Bayern. Ale Barat, now you been the dance, so you and your uncle Jackson, or you and your player. Freedom. Well, I'm not trying to mock him, but come to think of it, that time when Chelsea been call him, if you advise and make him come back.
Why you go throw me this kind of question? Something where I need to go back house, go think. Because no matter how we want to put it, not be everybody get the full details. The main details of what happened for that day. You understand? And everybody have their different reactions to several scenarios. But for me, to be honest with you, to be very, very honest with you, I will not come back because it was very, very obvious that I was not valued by the team.
Okay.
I was not valued by the team. Okay. You don't be like say the team, they treat you. Personally, for me, I don't like being treated like an option B. No, don't treat me like an option B. If you have plans for me, you can tell me, okay, this is my plans for you, even though it's not at that particular point. No, not be when things don't come spoil for you. You can't say, you gotta remember, say, Dave, there's somewhere. One call Dave. I will not answer you. So I'm just using my own personal life circumstance in this Jackson's case.
Yeah.
I will not, because it shows that you don't value me. It shows that you're just using me like an alternative. And nobody likes to be treated that way. You understand?
I feel it was the way Chelsea handled the Jackson case. That is why
exactly. Now,
to that point.
Then it was so difficult because I thought on my own, I was thinking that imagine I was Chelsea and imagine I was Jackson. Now imagine you having 3 strikers in your team, and these 3 strikers, not like they are top strikers. Not be say one, I just maybe academy player or so.
No.
They are top strikers who want to play. So how do you manage Liam Delap, manage Joao Pedro, manage Jackson in your team? Now the way they see the way Chelsea they play now, yes, most people will say we have need of Jackson. Definitely we have the need of Jackson. But as at that time when Chelsea wanted to sell Jackson, it wasn't looking like we had any need of him. Joao Pedro was playing very well. Delap was looking like the prospects we were all looking for.
Yes.
So at that point, it was hard for Chelsea to decide.
Okay.
You know, because I know most people will say, why did they sell Jackson? Why can't Chelsea keep Jackson? If you are Jackson and you still remain in this...
Most people do not look towards that direction.
Okay, let's say...
They never even sell him.
Okay, let's
Bayern,
imagine...
They say they no go buy him. And if they no go buy him, if he's going to come back after the season, because we are hearing that he said that he will not cut his loan short.
Yeah.
You understand? For us to hear that kind of information, that means for back, Chelsea don't they pinch somewhere making comeback January. Because he said, I will not cut my... I guess I saw it here on Dodgers.
Serious?
That he will not cut his loan short. But yes, Mr. Dom Smith, he said that Chelsea striker Jackson has no plans to cut short his season long loan at Bayern Munich in order to seal a permanent move elsewhere in January.
The thing is, even though, yes, I know that as it stands now, as at last season, Jackson by now don't give
Chelsea
us...
don't get the signal and say Bayern no go sign now. So maybe they want to start the plan how they want to use...
How they want to use the waiting?
Sell him now.
If you talk sell, let us establish selling.
Selling, yeah.
Not that you're saying that it's going to come back.
No. I don't think so.
Because as it is, I know most people will say Joao Pedro is not playing well. Recently, he has not been playing well for Chelsea. Delap the same thing. And some people are saying, if not Jackson, by now Jackson don't score 10, 12 goals for us. But the question is it our standard? Do you want Jackson to come back now? And then when he now miss again, all of them will begin to throw a stone.
But let me throw you this question. You just said something now. Is Joao Pedro Chelsea standard?
Joao Pedro.
Is it Chelsea standard? Drop statements.
No.
Okay.
I've been telling you this thing, and I talked this thing when Chelsea won sign now. We sat down here. We were contemplating on some number of strikers that we feel Chelsea should sign or should have bought. And when they brought up Joao Pedro, I was even shocked that Joao Pedro's deal was completed. I did not see him as the top 9 of Chelsea. I saw him as somebody that would be coming from the bench. Like when we had Drogba and Anelka, I saw him as the Anelka. While we look for our Drogba. You understand? So, I'm not saying he's not a good player. I'm not saying he cannot grow to become that top player. But as at when Chelsea signed him, I did not see him as the standard because what I pictured for Chelsea, the striking role for Chelsea, it was different from what I saw from Joao Pedro. And not just because he's playing badly now. So that we don't say, oh, it's because he's not in form. That's why I'm saying this. No. I've said this even before he came in. I'm not saying he's a bad player. I'm not saying he's not supposed to play for Chelsea. But the standard we need, that striker that we need. I don't want to call names. If I call names, it will trigger some things now.
No, Osimhen.
Mr. Peter.
No, Osimhen.
That Osimhen-like type of player.
Truth be told, Chelsea was really pushing for Osimhen. And according to the information I gathered, it was just because of his wages was not matching with the current structure of Chelsea. So whatever Chelsea is not that Chelsea doesn't go for top players. They go for top players. But that's that when they look their salary structure, their salary and check there, and it's not matching, it's not balancing, Chelsea will decide to back out. You understand? So that's one of the reasons. But come to think of this wage of a thing itself.
We cannot see the future. Now, if you sign a player and you pay that player, like let me say £400,000, and that player is delivering for you, you not go complain, say they pay him 400k. You not go complain. But it's just that uncertainty. I don't know. I don't want to take the risk. That is Chelsea for you.
Because we don't take the risk.
Yes, that's Chelsea for you right now. I don't know. I don't want to take the risk. Even as the more we are shouting Osimhen, the more Osimhen is banging goals, even from what we are seeing. Me and you know say, if he come Premier League now, if he turn on another thing, somebody will tell me how.
But you know, let me take my words back. I remember that time I was having this strong debate concerning this Osimhen coming to the Premier League and all the rest, whether he can play in the Premier League and what. We are like, it's going to be tight, it's going to be. But truth be told, I don't get it wrong.
You did just for say they play now.
Osimhen can play in the Premier League.
He can play, but
he can score.
He can score. He can play. No, see, there's a difference between I say if a player can play the Premier League, like the Premier League, you know, the intensity, the energy from the Premier League, and there's a difference between when that player can come and immediately hit the ground running. Chelsea will not look at you and say, okay, we agree to your terms. We are paying you 300 or 350, and you're telling me that we should give you 1 season for you to prove your worth to us. Chelsea will not be looking at that right now. The Chelsea that we are seeing. I'm not saying Osimhen his profile cannot play in the Premier League. Of course he can. Of course. So, but that is another story for another day. But Jackson matter.
Jackson matter. But it's painful that Bayern is not going to be retaining this young man. And the same Bayern to Barcelona is coming for Harry Kane.
And Bayern is not looking at. See, the thing is, it's the same thing that Chelsea were experiencing with Jackson. That's the same thing Bayern is experiencing. First of all, they were not trying to risk it by signing him outright. They said, okay, let us test and see this guy if he can just. And they've tested him. They have seen that 3 goals out of almost 10 games or 15 games thereabouts. That's a bad record for a striker. 3 goals out of 15 games or 10 games.
Make the season end now. Never can tell what's
the
change.
I'm gonna leave all these things, I beg. And he's on loan. It's not as though they spent money to buy him. So there will be.
But they pay money for the loan.
Small money now. On a change for them. They will be very hasty to want to send him back. So I believe Jackson needs to step up if you want to play for bigger clubs. You have to step up.
All right. There was this news we got this evening, though it was supposed to happen with the summer transfer. Where they say that Romeo Lavia, that Manchester United knocked the door for him, that Chelsea offered Romeo Lavia in exchange as part of the player to be in exchange for Garnacho.
Okay.
And Manchester United turned down the Lavia deal, like offering them Lavia to see how to balance up the case so that they can get Garnacho. and Man U turned down the Lavia deal, and one of the reasons was his fitness. Now, can we all agree that this Lavia fitness, like I said, if he continue like this next season, we should let him go?
Yes, I will not. In as much as, like I've said before, we let us use Lavia when it's available.
Because right now, if Lavia should be back, and let's say you want to put it up for the market to sell, it's risky because you won't even get a good fee.
We bought Lavia for £45 million thereabouts, or 40 million.
We bought Lavia
No,
close to
reach 50.
£60 million.
No, reach 50.
Calm down now. Calm down. I can
From Southampton. Pounds or euros.
Wait. You can check it yourself. Romeo Lavia
How much you buy Lavia? We buy Lavia reach 60 million.
Close to £60 million.
Pounds.
Yes.
Pounds, we say, not even euros. Let's confirm that. So. Chelsea.
Lavia transfer fee. Okay. I'm coming there. £53 million with an additional £5 million add-ons. Total up of £58 million. Now make it make sense.
But Lavia, even though with his injuries, if any club wants to like risk that,
bro,
fitness,
you not go sell Lavia reach 30.
Now lie, Lavia.
You not go sell and reach £30 million.
Lavia should be sold at least 35.
No, see,
if you're going to how much did Dortmund buy? How much did Everton buy Dewsbury?
You go compare Dewsbury of fitness to this in Lavia.
See,
Dewsbury is very instrumental to Everton right now.
I know.
He's playing.
I know.
You go compare Lavia to Dewsbury. Lavia will be say, if you carry and now go another club now with this in current here, well, never can tell.
Exactly. That is where I'm arriving to. Because now it could be a Chelsea thing.
But it's not making sense. It's not making sense because I remember 2 seasons back when we were complaining about the medical teams. We are in players like Rhys James. We come and go. We are complaining, and so many other players too. But if you watch Rhys James right now, the way Maresca has managed players like James, we tell you that he can manage every other player. But look at Wesley Fofana. Last season, Wesley Fofana gave us about 20-something games last season. If I'm not mistaken, he gave us close to 15 to 20 games last season. But how many games did Lavia give me last season? Did he give me up to 5 games or 6 games? With full 90 minutes. Coming in this season, look at the way this person, Maresca, is managing Fofana. Once he done the clock 70, he go withdraw him. Sometimes next match, you no go play him. The same thing he was trying to do with Lavia. But why is his own case different? Let's tell ourselves the truth. We can't be buying players that will not help the team when we need them. And we keep complaining, Chelsea is this, Chelsea is this, Chelsea is that. See, you see all this talk of we get small boys. I don't tire to hear all those talk.
So you get small boys.
All those they are still young, they are still coming up. Who is coming up? Enzo, how many seasons don't spend for Chelsea? Casaido, how many seasons? Kopama, now in 3rd season be this.
At the end of the day, you are right.
Manchester United, they were right by turning down that offer.